Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the Sim Cafe with me, Jeff, and
Alicia.
Alicia. Hello, yes. Welcome, skydivers and poop. Good to see you here, gang. I wanted Alicia to get in the seat, but she got really nervous and said no and ran away. So here we are. And what to tell you? Well, it's Monday night. We don't normally stream on a Monday. So a bit of a weird one. And we have Rennsport today, which is going to be very, very new and exciting for me and hopefully for you guys a little bit. And we're going to have a little look. It could be quite a short stream, to be honest. It feels like this camera's quite wonky. That's better. There we go. There she is. Yes, it could be quite a short stream because, you know, we just got a few tracks and a few circuits and a few cars. We're just going to give you some first impressions. It is a beta. Should I say beta or beta? Beta. Okay, beta. So we're testing the beta. And yeah, I'm going to try and give you a few thoughts. Might be a bit of a word salad. We're going to get Alicia to give you a few thoughts. Why not? From a slightly different perspective, someone who's done very, very, very few laps in their life. So I guess if you're a newbie to sim racing, she might be quite a useful kind of reference point. And a lot of people will be new to sim racing over the next few years. So it's interesting to see what Alicia thinks. Alicia had done a few laps of ACC before at Monza. That's about it. So yeah, should be quite fun. Should be quite fun. Skydivers, yeah, aren't we all, buddy? So yes. So good to have you all here. I hope you all had a lovely weekend without me. Saturday and Sunday at least. It was Formula One and Spa. Did anyone watch the Spa, by the way, in chat? If you're watching, did you watch the Spa Enduro? And yay, Sydney and David, good evening, good to see you. Did anyone watch the Spa? I know you were there, Sydney. I've got to be honest, that new safety car rule kind of makes me a bit confused because it makes it feel like I think they do it in American racing, don't they? Where basically you just need to be on the lead lap at the end of the race and you're in with a chance, sort of thing, and that's about it. It feels like there wasn't a sense of anyone building a big black gap or anything like that anywhere. You couldn't. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, apart from that, Formula One, you were at Spa as well, Fabrice? Yes. Wow, couple of Spa gang in the chat. Very lucky. I would love to be there one day. Yeah, maybe they do other Spa 24s as well with like NMDH or anything like that happening. I don't know. The accident very hard. Yes, yes indeed, Fabrice. Very, very, very sad to hear that. Of course, the young Dutch driver in Formula, was it 4 regional, I think, or something. So very sad to hear that. Motorsport's incredibly dangerous, and that only goes to prove it. We'd like to have 0 deaths racing, wouldn't we? Really? Ideally, and they can improve things at Spa for that, but it would never be 0, I don't think, ever. There you go. Well, we say that. One minute it'll be virtual. Save the fuel. Right, so back to the Rennsport. We are, I am at this time, wow. Well, interesting to hear that, Fabrice. Well, yeah, sorry for the mic. Shows you how scary it can be. I did see a clip from somewhere near there that didn't look too great, so there you go. I can imagine, buddy. I can imagine you were, to say the least. And then you think about all the accidents that used to happen in motorsport and with the spectators as well and how dangerous it used to be. It's insane. Really crazy. The amount of spectators who passed away, let alone Formula 1 drivers and other drivers of our series, was just... Yeah, it's a different thing now, but we shouldn't ever forget that they are travelling at 200 miles an hour plus, and yeah, there's a little bit of luck involved, if you like, I dare say. Let's not forget all the motorcycle riders as well, because that's another thing. So, anyway, back to the Rennsport. Back to the Rennsport, shall we? For those of you tuning in for hoping for a bit of Alicia, you've all been clickbaited. She is here. She's on her phone playing. What are you doing? You playing, watching stuff on your phone? Yeah. Yes, yeah, watching stuff on her phone. And she will be doing a few laps a bit later on, but I'm going to do a few laps first. And I thought I'd try and show you guys as much of the Rennsport game as possible. I'll say that. So I'll try and show you as much of the game as possible. Let's all bear in mind it is a beta. For those of us who are a bit older, I'm going to put you in that bracket. David, you look like you've been around 1 or 2 years. Who else? I think skydivers, you said you were a bit older. I can't remember now. We've seen certain games, especially in modern years, actually, well, in the online environment, how much they change. I think Assetto Corsa Competizione. There we go, Sky. Got a year on me. Yeah, we've seen games change a lot over 5, 6, 8, 10 years sometimes. iRacing 45. There we go. Good innings, Dave. iRacing is 15 years now. It's been live, right? Yeah, I know, Raresh. You're feeling a bit young now, aren't you, buddy? iRacing's been around 15 years live, and they still haven't put in rain. ACC 5 years. Assetto Corsa, coming up to 10 years or 9 years, but of course the updates to that have been kind of third party, haven't they, really? Which is interesting. Yes, Bud, you got seriously baited. Sorry, buddy. I haven't seen you in ages, Bud. I haven't seen you on track or anything. But yeah, good to see your name. I hope you can come back for some more racing soon. We've got loads this week, by the way, if you're interested. So yeah, games developed. This game is very early. It is. And we see a lot of games in recent years where they've released and they're not ready and then everyone gets in trouble. Right? So there is that. Just thinking about it, I'm not sure how much esports is going to play a part in this because, of course, Rennsport has already held some esports contests, a championship, and it's about to do another one in Saudi Arabia for a lot of money, by all accounts. So I don't know what kind of pressure that puts on them to release something to the public as well. You'd think they could do both, surely. It's good enough for esports, good enough for the public, but that's a different thing because esports you can make quite closed and quite limited in what you give them, so it's not too bad. Here we are with this. I have done a few laps. And that was about it. That was the other day when I got the beta key. I did a few laps, and that was it. Really nothing more than that. So my opinions will still be quite raw. My son said, "You like your mid-20s." Nice one, son. Love your work. Yeah, no, I'm actually 40 next month, gang. So that should be good. You can see if you do the age thing, don't you? So yeah, 40 next month. We'll have a big party, shall we? So I've done a few laps. It'll be a raw experience for you and for me. I'm glad I did that because I configured a few things. But let me show you through everything, and let's not waste any more of your time, shall we? I'm sure you've all got places to be. And you can see, should we go to this one? That should be all right for now. Yeah, why not? Or I could even do that one, I think. Oh, teammates are up there. We don't need that. Get boo, Rarish, get you off. Right, and you can see the feet. There we go. Oh, we've got the purples today with the grapes. So this is the login screen at the moment. When you go through Epic Games, because this is the Epic Store, not Steam. So you go to Epic Games, not Steam. So you've got to download Epic and get your login done, all that fun. And then you come to this screen when you load up. Now, can you pass my phone, please? What I like about this is, and I dare say I haven't seen this with any other game sim, is there's an app for Rennsport, which is interesting. It's got some vaguely interesting stuff in it. And it said you can scan QR on the app. So as we step into the future, there we go. That was me logging in. That's not bad, isn't it? That's something a bit new. It's a bit fresh. It's a bit interesting, a bit different. So QR code scan from the app. So basically everyone download the app, set your account up, do all that kind of stuff where it's nice and easy and you've got time. And then when you get the game, you can just go bing. And there are a few things like a car that I got or something in the app, the other garage. I'm not sure how it's all going to work, I've got to be honest. But I figure getting early, you might get some stuff for free. You never know. If you haven't done that already. And if you haven't signed up for the beta key already, you might as well. But I dare say there'll probably be an open beta at some point. So. Right, now we're in the game. This is it at the moment. Again, if we know anything about games, is that they do tend to change quite drastically in quite a few departments over time. We can see the version at the bottom left is V0.11.0.0, so quite an early build. And there's not much I can do at the moment other than, I believe, single player. I don't think there's any multiplayer sessions at the moment. Let me just click on it. You never know. In fact, let me use this because I don't want to stretch over there all the time. That's quite annoying. Let's have a look at multiplayer. Official contest, custom contest, local contest. Compete with contestants in local network. I can't imagine there will be LAN in the future, I guess. Quite a lot of LAN, probably. Compete with contestants around the world. Yeah, look, no servers. And then official contests. We have this list, don't we? Is this available today? Ooh, gang. We should probably do a race, shouldn't we? That's going to go well, isn't it? Should we register for this one? Should we do it? We might as well, right? That's what we're here for. I was planning on doing some laps. Okay, I'll just click register. There's me and Frosty? That looks a lot like Frosty. That's quite funny for those of you who remember Frosty from the community. That looks a lot like him. I'm pretty sure it is. That's a fairly unique name. So here we are. I've currently signed up for Hockenheim. Yeah, I know, right? Or driver swap mid race. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess right now, what happens if I join? Because by the way, I've not done this yet. I've got 18 minutes on the bottom right for the calendar to start. I'm going to leave it for now. I can come back here. It would be I mean, Hockenheim, the problem is I don't even know the tracks. I'll be just rubbish. Is it all Hockenheim today? Looks like it. This is how it looks at the moment. You've got a daily calendar and all of their official races. That's about as far as they've got at the moment. You can see down here you've got all the filters for what you can search. But that's about as far as they've got in the closed beta. They've just got the daily sessions on the half hour up to 11 PM. All Hockenheim today. Yeah, let's do some laps of Spa, shall we? And get a little bit into it. So that's the multiplayer at the moment. We have, of course, got single player, where you just do a quick session, no AI. And then we've got My Rennsport, where you can see you have a Rennsport rating. So, much like iRacing, and much like LFM for ACC, you have a rating. You also have a safety rating. Now, this is baked into the game, so that makes it different from ACC, you would argue, of course. But here we are, me and my preferred car number, 83, of course, signifying my rather scary age. You've got your garage. Now, in the garage, I'm not sure how this works. Again, this is the beta, this will probably change. These are the 5 available cars at the moment. When I say 5, it's basically 4 plus the one I'm in, I think. Oh, Rarish, no, boo. I probably will. I'll drive them all tonight, hopefully, for you guys. We've got the Audi R8, Mercedes AMG, BMW M4, and Porsche 911 GT3 992, which I think is the one that just released, right? On ACC. So there you go. You've got 2 front engined, 1 rear engine, 1 mid engine. So we can get a test of all of those. I've still got this session coming in 16 minutes. Let's hold on. Let's go back to multiplayer. It says rejoin. I wonder if it's actually discounted me from it. There was only 11 in the 8 o'clock session. Yeah, not a massive amount of people. Of course, in the closed beta, we're not expecting large pools of player numbers, just the way it goes. I'm not that excited about. I mean, it would be nice to race against someone else. So let's get into that one, I think, at 8:30. Let's have a look, shall we? At the game. The actual sim. How does it feel? Just to show you, we have the options. They're not that exciting. You've got audio, which is broken up into a few parts. Nothing crazy there. We've got video. I've got everything on Epic, by the way. I think I'm getting about 70, 80 frames, which isn't massive. But then I guess on ACC, if I had all Epic, I'd probably be getting about the same, to be honest. So there we are. You can see VSync, frame rate limit, anti-aliasing method, which is DLLA, which I don't recognize. TSR. Yeah, that's about it at the moment. Oh, and temporal. Ooh. Should we do temporal? See how many frames we get. Let's do that. Let's do temporal and see what happens. It's probably going to crash it, isn't it? Pretty straightforward stuff there. Otherwise, we'll save that. Do you want to save changes? Do you want to save them? Yes, there we go. Leave that menu. Gameplay, you've got loads of settings that I've changed a little. Oh, I'm going to do that on automatic as well because it's a bit funky. I found the clutch was very strange so far. I don't know if I get a chance to show you that. And then telemetry is on here. Lovely. And replays, disabled at the moment. I'm going to leave that disabled for now. I don't want to crash things. Don't know if it's actually working, to be honest. Right, and then we'll leave that menu. Right. So we've got 14 minutes until that race starts. Let's put ourselves at Spa, shall we, for a minute? I think we all like to see it at Spa, don't we? And let's do it in your Porsche then. Come on. Let's get in your Porsche at Spa. 0 AI. DLLA uses DLSS AI tech, but at native resolution, so you get the AI implementation without the upscaling. Okay, good. Nice. I'll take that. I wish I was clever enough to really understand it. I mean, all I know about when I use DLSS is it gets a bit blurry, no? Right. I have sound. You guys have sound. Let me turn the sound up a bit. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, let's do... This is probably going to go well, isn't it? Hold on. Right, let me turn up the game sound just a little bit. Just so you guys get a bit more flavour. I might be shouting over it a little bit here. Okay, so here is the first screen you get to when you load it up. I'm probably going to move my... Yeah, let's move that as well, actually, while we're here. Windows. Let's get back here, and let's move you. No, not you. You. Let's put you in the corner. What about there? No one really needs it. There you go. Put you about there. Right. So, here's the first... yeah, done upscales, get the image enhancements without blurriness. Okay, nice. That sounds interesting. I might have to try it out as well. It's currently sitting on fairly decent frames there, 108. Right, we've got the circuit, we've got the turn numbers, we've got... I've still got that 12-minute notification. It's quite funky. It says acknowledge notification. I'm going to leave it... I'm going to acknowledge it if I can. Hold on. There you go, I've acknowledged it. I push tab, it's gone. I've got 58 minutes of practice here. Spectate, go on track. I can't see anything about setups, interestingly. And then you're in. So there's nothing in the closed beta about setups, about fuel, anything. I can change a few things based on my wheel binding. So, for example, I can change the TC, I think. You can change this. See, the TCC is going up and down there, so I can change that. And I can change the ABS, I guess. Oh, let's go, shall we? So this is Spa. Good evening, Chile. This is... Everybody, exactly, Rarish. This is Rennsport. Now I'm covering a few things with my camera: incident points, position, laps, and practice time, and then of course a server map, which is interesting. Now, first thing to think about is the graphics. What do we think? The lighting is obviously different compared to ACC, and look, we have updated Spa, which is quite cool. We have an updated Spa. We've got gravel on the left there, outside La Source. We've got the stand at the top of Eau Rouge, Runlon, and then obviously it's a different turn up there. So this is Rennsport. Now I've got the graphics on Epic. We're running 89 frames, and I'm streaming. That's not too bad. Obviously no other cars on track, and it's daylight. So maybe nighttime in the rain might be a bit... Right, let's have some sound, shall we? There you go, it's a little bit of a sound of the engine. What do you think? Probably right. That's the newly modelled exit for Radalon. The game sound might be very loud, everyone. I wanted you to get a real feel for it for a bit. I might turn it down later. Let's brake early. Okay, so one thing I can tell is different from ACC is the weight of the wheel. So the wheel feels a lot lighter in the centre compared to when I play ACC. I will be making constant comparisons with ACC because that's what I've been driving fairly religiously for the last 4 months, coming up to 5. So yeah, the graphics are different. They got that little motorcycle exit for that turn there. Yeah, I do love ACC. I love the graphics, the force feedback, everything. I know it's not everyone's thing, and that's the thing for most sims. Everyone's got their little preferences. But here we are. Rarish is calling it beautiful. Yeah, I like... Do you know what? One thing it feels like to me that I noticed is the track feels a little bit thinner somehow, even though it should be the same dimensions and 3D model, right? And the car does feel a little bit higher up. I feel like I'm a little bit higher up than when I'm in ACC. I think, slightly. Now, I've not really played with these view settings that much, the FOV or anything like that. It's kind of basic. Yo, Jake. Yeah, Rarish, the track looks tighter, right? That's what I thought. Weird. Penalty, you can see the penalty warning sign in the bottom of the screen. Driving outside track bound. Didn't get an incident point, interestingly. 8 minutes until that session starts. Here we go, La Source for the first time with the gravel on the outside. Okay, there's a little bit of vibration from the curves, but not massive. But yeah, there's a lot of play in the centre of the wheel, I would say, without feedback. Whereas on ACC, oh, I've missed that one. I've let off. There we go. Okay, I mean, again, this is a closed beta, so we should be aware that it is definitely going to improve considerably, I think. To be fair, it will. In terms of the graphics model, I mean, what was there to compare it to, really? Because for me, iRacing looks terrible. I don't know why, well, it's an old game for a start. Don't like iRacing, the way everything looks yellowy, and I know people mess with the settings, but iRacing, no. AC, with a load of shaders, is okay, but you can still tell it feels a bit 10 years old. Oh, I'm chilly again, this is closed beta, right? So, who knows how it'll really feel in the end. I do have the force feedback setting quite low actually, so I could turn it up and see if that gives it a little bit of weight. But one thing I love about ACC is the weight of the wheel. It does feel always quite heavy, whereas here it feels, I would say, quite light. And the force feedback is reaching near the top, and yet the actual message to my wheel is quite light. I wonder if the force feedback actually changes the message setting there. But yeah, actually, I'm not getting a heavy amount of load through the wheel, I would say, at the moment. Interesting. I am cruising around, gang. I'm not really pushing. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. Yeah, it does. The lighting in the car, the lighting changes. I feel like you don't always see that in ACC. Again, I'm running on very high epic settings, everything, so you would argue, I should get another warning there, you would argue, there you go, that this is as good as the game would ever look, really. Under braking, it doesn't feel particularly dramatic. I'm not getting a massive amount of feedback in the wheel. Again, I don't have to do with the settings I'm running at the moment. I could just turn up my Thrustmaster settings, I guess. Exactly, right. I'm not really getting in much feedback through the wheel at the moment, I would say. I can see the force feedback is registering at the bottom here, right? You can see that in the little Rennsport box at the bottom. I'm just letting off there, but I'm not getting a lot of feedback in the wheel, I'd say. I'm getting the occasional knock and rumble, but not a great deal otherwise. There's not a lot of weight. I've got a little jolt there through the little dip into the Kemmel straight. But you can see there's a lot of play in the centre. Whereas on ACC, you wouldn't have that much play before you start feeling quite heavy forces. I'm using the same basic wheel settings, obviously, that I have for ACC. I haven't changed anything there. It's just in-game. So let's see if we can try... Oh, okay. Got a little bit of a kick from the wheel there, which I don't think you feel normally in ACC so much. Let's try and go a bit hard and see how it all feels. I'll probably spin very quickly. We have on the bottom right the PSI in bar and the temperatures from the inside to the outside. So you can all see that in the bottom right. So I don't know what bar I'm meant to reach. I'm guessing temperatures, you normally want to hit about 80, don't you, really? You can see the insides are very hot on the rear, and they're quite hot on the inside of the front. Let's see how this feels when. But thank you very much, guys. Yeah, it is as well. Maybe less actually, because I think it's half past, and my clock's saying 20. Oh, 26. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, sorry, a bit ropey. Yeah, I'm sure I'll get a warning for that. Let's try and turn in. The wheel. Do you know what it is? Every force feedback is different, right? Every force feedback is different. So it's not going to feel the same as ACC. No more than AC feels like ACC. I'm not sure about how informative it feels like the only time it's telling me something is when the car's about to spin. I mean, heavy braking, I don't feel the wheel judder or bite or, you know, things like that, where you kind of get that a bit in ACC. I think Alicia's feedback will be quite interesting because she's someone who hasn't really played Sims, so you'll get a real novice perspective there. Oh, so I didn't turn back in time there. That was quite interesting. I do want to change car. I think we should look at Hockenheim, right, just so we can see some multiplayer, but unfortunately, I don't know the track that well. I haven't driven there in a very long time. I've driven there before, but I would be a bit on the slow side, unfortunately, gang. I'm very slow there, speaking of it. You can see we've got a delta in the middle of the screen. One thing I've heard about that is really good is you can change all the position of all the elements on the screen, which is good for anyone, but especially for streamers who like to put themselves on the screen as well. So I'll be quite happy to be able to move everything on the screen. I don't know if I can do that now. I haven't tried. I mean, should we find out? Is there a mouse pointer? Have I got a mouse pointer? If I pause it. Is there a pause? Did I set a pause? Was I clever enough? Oh, the cameras. How about the cameras? So we've got... Is that a helmet cam? Just a cockpit cam? We've obviously got a chase cam. We've got a wide chase cam. We've got a front of bonnet cam. We've got a roof cam, that probably is. And that. So pretty standard views. Nothing unusual there. I guess for this you can see a bit more of the cockpit. Not a massive amount. Yeah, the wheel looks pretty one-to-one on rotation, so that's good. Right, let's try and find the multiplayer. Let's see how this goes. Do I push escape? There we go. And let's go back to main menu. So, guys, you just saw me driving around Spa for 2 minutes in a Porsche. Or 5 minutes, even 15. What did you think? First impressions? Are you surprised? Are you happy? Are you sad? Did you think it would look better or worse? Are you wondering what it's going to be like for you? I must admit, I feel like this is almost redundant until I get on track with like 20 of you and we're going round together in some ways. I don't know. It's weird. We could do some hot lapping after this, I guess. Hold on 1 second. 1 lap hot lap qualifying. Interesting. Go to calendar. Rejoin. Added a few people now. Good. Waiting for contest to start in 18 seconds. Let's see what happens. Okay. Well, look, Poop, I said, what was it, when we started this channel a few months ago, Rennsport in the future could be the one, because, you know, let's not forget, they've already talked about bringing in, was it the Praga? And TCR, I think they said they want to do, and LMDH. Now, LMDH and GT cars on some new tracks, on a new, graphics engine. I mean, there'll be so many bugs, though. I feel like yeah, Jade. Well, that's another thing. So there's going to be a lot of bugs. So maybe we shouldn't get too excited for like at least a year. It could be 2 years. Also, minimum specs on this are quite tasty. Like, I think minimum's like a 2070 graphics card. Luckily, I've got a 2080 Ti. And I've rarely ever seen minimum specs that high. So I think, you know, people's home rigs need to catch up a little bit. There's a lot. There's maybe no rush, because to get this right, it will be worth it, right? You can imagine. For me, it'll take iRacing out of the picture. You've seen mods. You might have seen that. So they're talking about putting mods on here, so people can put like cruising. So now you'll have a great graphics model, and you can cruise around with half decent force feedback. So that takes out Assetto Corsa, the Shotoko thing, because that's very popular. It has things like Goodwood Hill climbs. There'll be loads of different events. I think it could really cover a lot of bases, and then it could be the go-to. You know, who knows? Who knows? Other sims will still do things well. ACC for me with GT3 racing is kind of unrivaled, but that's maybe just because I'm used to it. Maybe if I spent enough time on this and if they tweaked it enough, I'd be saying the same thing about this in a few years' time. But I think that's the thing, it'll be a few years' time. Right, let's have a little sweet. For those of you tuning in to see Alicia, she will probably be on after this race. Let's go on track, shall we? I don't know what I'm doing. Poop. I'll be honest. I think you should hope they do. Oh, hold on. Paul's cockpit view, but weird cockpit view. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Can we not do the other cockpit view? The good one. Is that a bug? Can I get through a minute? Sorry, this is hurting your eyes probably. I'm on this one. Oh. I think I need to change this. Right, let's do a bit of learning Hockenheim or reminding ourselves of it. What car did I jump in? I'm in the Porsche, aren't I? Yeah. Or not? No, I'm in the Ren4. I'm in the BMW, right, I was going to say. Right, BMW wheel. So, poop. Oh, and there we have a radar. That was interesting. So, a little radar on screen. I've made the rear mirror very low res. I might change that, actually. It's looking a bit grim. Anyway, we've got 18 seconds of practice left. This is going to go well for me, isn't it, gang? If anyone can shout out the turns that are coming up to me, like pace notes, that'd be really good, because this is going to go a bit badly, I think. Anyway, so, oh, touch a curve and off you go. Look at that, gang. And there's no damage model yet as well. Yeah, so poop, subscription model. If you want, there we go, that's good. If you want to have a online service which is managed properly and works, someone's got to pay for that, right? So, ACC doesn't have an online service. LFM is run like a charity, effectively, you know, hoping for people to be kind enough, which, you know, is nice of them, and it does work out for them in the end, I'm sure, but, you know, there's a lot of people using it who don't pay. So if you want on a constant online service, I think a subscription model is the only decent way to do it. And it ensures it should be fairly high standard, right? And you can think about all the events they have on iRacing, etc. It'd be nice to be involved in some of that in some way. And maybe Rennsport will be doing that in the future. So the subscription model for me, for a lot of sims, is the only way to. If you want to have that constant online service with the safety rating and the rating and, you know, regular events that are being, you know, managed, anything like that, then yeah. The content side of it is tricky, isn't it? Are they going to charge us for every track like iRacing and stuff like that? That's the question. And also, where's the rain and where's the nighttime? Those are big questions for me, because ACC does rain, does nighttime, and does 24 hours or 12 hours or whatever endurance racing very, very well. I think I meant to go on track, by the way. Sorry. Here we go. I think I meant to do my lap. Let's just see how we do, right? Why not? It should be fun. So I'm doing a one hot lap, and I've been forced into this cockpit view that I don't like, and I've got my gloves on screen, which always bugs me out. So this is going to be interesting. Why not? You can all laugh at me struggling around Hockenheim. What turns have I got? Alright. Oh, JH! Rarish, you say not many can afford it, but iRacing's got plenty, and sim racing is a fairly, I mean, just like motorsport itself, it tends to be a richer person's hobby. So, a couple of £1 a month, most people pay a lot more than that for a lot less. But I think for all my racing needs, in one place with much better graphics than iRacing, much better sound, then yeah, I mean, I still love ACC with all my heart. I do love ACC. It's kind of what dragged me properly into PC sim racing, but it did provide the variety that I sometimes want a little bit more of. then ACC's player base then disappears, and then what? Because you need a critical mass of players, right? No, I mean, then you've got AC2 coming out, what, next year apparently. I mean, what is going to happen to the sim racing market when AC2 comes out? Is that going to replace ACC as well? That's the same developer, right? Or they're going to try and make out that's just some driving sim, but it's going to have what? Race cars, race track? Better graphics? Will it take on the force feedback of ACC? There's so many questions. So many questions. Isn't AC, you know, very cheap and usable by people as well? So why don't people just stay on AC? The mind boggles. There is a bit of weight and bump in the wheel. Bipsy, good evening. Apologies I didn't see you. There you go. I am, well, to be honest, I'm doing a race at Hockenheim. I assume there was no online races at the moment because they announced some for the weekend, but I didn't see anything else. So there are Hockenheim races at the moment. So I'm doing a one-lap qualifying for Hockenheim. No, I'm not. I finished my lap. I wasn't sure if I had. I didn't ask. I was only 5 seconds off everyone. I was a bit slow. 10 seconds off pole. I don't know the track, so that was a bit of a sighter in a new game. Anyway, so it's a bit random, but I really wanted to see what the online experience was like. I've not tried it. This is all new to me as well. I've done practice was about 2 minutes. I've done a one-lap quali, and now we're doing to the race, which is 15 minutes. I'm going to try and hang on to the crowd. Yeah, I know, Raresh. Well, look, if Nürburgring comes out, sorry, the Nordschleife, which I don't know if you've seen the very big news, very exciting news about, but obviously they're now putting Nürburgring Nordschleife into, 10 seconds. This is an interesting green light process, just a 10-second countdown. Let's see what we can do. And then go. Okay. Interesting, no green light that I can see. We have a radar here, which is cool. We have a lot of Porsches, big shot. On the top left you have a relative. On the top right there's a little bit of data that you guys can't see at the moment. It's not telling us too much. Just position. Incident point. After 15 I get in trouble. But this is it, the first ever Rennsport stream and now Rennsport race on the channel. This is it. Oh, bit of contact, and he kept it, wow. And that's my first ever overtake on Rennsport. You've seen it here, gang. Bit of a cheeky one, but I'll take it. Another car out. Car on the inside using the radar there. I'm wondering what car compact is like, but I'm not going to initiate it. I'm going to start going around bashing people. That was Frosty that just overtook me, which is quite a funny blast from the past for everyone. Or some, I should say. So, I'm now racing against other people. Yes, exactly, Rarish. You see the little hand moving down to the left. You know the rules now. So, the wheel feels kind of heavy and busy. Oh! That was a bit close. That was my first ever massive dodge in Rennsport. There we go, just about held. You were seeing that as well, Rarish. The graphic. Well, in the distance, the cars are maybe getting a bit dark. I don't know. A little bit. Shadows and everything. I do things like the flashing flags around the track. I like that. The LED screen flags. They're pretty cool. Well, you know, Raresh, obviously with modding scene, who knows? The short answer there. But yeah, unfortunately I've been forced into this view, everyone, by the server. So, and you can see me just holding a little slide there. It tried to slide and I gave it a little twitch the other way, so it's kind of fun like that. I mean, what to say? I can see why people give it the kind of idea of it being like a AMS2 kind of Project Cars 2 feel almost to it, in a way. I can see why people say that. Again, it's gonna, let's hold that. It's gonna change so much, I think. I'm not sure how useful my comments are, but right now, I mean, I guess I can call it fun. But the thing is, when I play, or drive ACC, whatever you want to call it. Oh, hold on, one incident point, that's fine. When I drive ACC, it feels like I'm doing something quite accurate, and I'm always trying to be really accurate with it, right, and improve on that. And when I use other sims, I don't get that feeling of precision, I would say, so much. That's the best way I'd describe ACC, the precision. When I'm driving a lap, I feel like I'm really trying to nail it, perfect it. And when I'm playing other sims, everything feels a bit more vague. And a bit more of a guess. I completely missed the braking there, sorry team. I thought it was a bit later, it's obviously not. Oh! Lost the position, and then someone else right behind. There you go. Yeah, I mean, in terms of looks, I mean, the only other, I think ACC is currently the best looking sim out there, right? I think that's not steering me, that's not good. There you go. That's not a strong look. That's me last, I think. Yeah, like, I think ACC is the best looking sim out there, right? I mean, there are moments where the AMS2 looks nice, to be fair. But I think ACC is the best looking out there. This is different to ACC. The lighting and the colours in some ways are a bit more vivid and 3D, because ACC can sometimes feel a little bit flat to me. Just a little bit flat. But I think it has that going for it. It feels quite vivid, and you know, lighting is there. The way the sunlight hits the grass and the road and everything feels a bit stronger. Again, this isn't the view that I would pick. I'd normally be in the one that's a bit further forward, but the server has forced this, I think. Yeah, there we go. The wheel doesn't feel very dramatic when you're putting it through a high-speed turn. There's not a lot of force. Again, I could add more force feedback to the wheel, so I can do that, and I might do that in the options in a bit. I don't know if that will change the reading of the bottom, because it's not really clipping a lot at the moment, which is good. You can see when I'm, you know, when I'm doing a rear slide, it's quite easy just to catch it and pull it back again. So I'm getting information. I'm getting a bit of road effect, a bit of rumble. Under braking. Yeah, I'm feeling the wobbles and the bounces. Yeah, sorry, I'm just rolling around here like whatever. Yeah, I've not done... So with VR, I know that's a big thing for some people. I've only done VR and AC. Because everyone complained about how bad it is in ACC that I've never tried it. I just assumed it was the worst thing ever. Which is a shame, because ACC and solid VR would probably be quite exciting. Having said that, I do find VR a bit of a mission. Oh dear, that's sloppy. Sorry, gang. Oh, okay, how'd that feel out on the outside? Okay, I was sliding across that quite a lot, actually. It was quite good. I went quite sideways there quite quickly. Yes, that was my Discord, Raresh. You enjoying that? Sorry, that's for later on when Alicia's doing a lap. So, how long have we got left? 8 minutes. I'm not sure if you guys really need to see me struggle for 8 minutes, but why not? What else can we test out in the race, gang? What do you want to see? Yeah, it is. That's the thing, Fipsy. It really is. So that's what I kind of use as my experience, or when I get... You may have seen on my socials before, the VR Virgin series, where I get friends and family and all sorts to try out VR for the first time, and I always get them on AC on Brands Hatch Indy circuit, and I work them up on very small slow cars, and eventually they're in the Ferrari F2004 blasting around Brands Hatch Indy. It's quite funny, and yeah, it's always a wild experience on AC. But that's the only thing I use it for VR, AC. Don't use VR on anything else. This in VR, no idea. I can only imagine, without being too clever, that if ACC has trouble with Unreal 4, is it? And this is Unreal 5? I'd wonder if there's going to be... Look at this, we're going to get some places. For those of you who wrote me off. Right, that was me hitting a car, and I didn't feel much on the wheel, and it did spin me a little bit, interestingly, when he turned in there. So, the sound was a bit bonk. Wasn't much of a crunch, it was more of a doink. I always say I made sure there was contact there, but you know, I definitely left my car in, and it was interesting to see how it felt. And yeah, it made a little donk noise, the wheel went a bit, and the car kind of spun a little bit. I think, I think it's, excuse me, I think it's going to be unfair to compare it to ACC because ACC is so far down the line and it's so focused, right? This is a good point. Yeah, Sydney, it's a bit of a donk. There's another car on the walls. I'm picking up freebies here. This is great. So on its own, I think it looks great. It does look great compared to most. And I like little details like the flags and those kind of things. The UI at the moment is just incredibly simple and clear, which it's hard to argue against. I find again, iRacing looks like it's from the 70s. So I'm happy with that, really. And the fact that you can move it all around is a godsend. There's those flags I was telling you about, you can see blinking. I do love that. I don't know about track evolution or anything like that. No idea, gang. Yeah, defo Fipsy. There's been a few Shadow Realms already this race by the looks of it. Let's get into the little bit. What have we got? 5 minutes left. You've got a track map on the right, which I'm kind of obscuring partly. And like I said, position. Oh, I've got 9 incident points out of 15. There you go. I'm 6th out of 8. Done 6 laps. No, sorry, I'm looking at the top right of the screen there. Can we hold a slide and then get... Well, how is it out here? What's going... Oh, that gets a bit slidey. I'm getting a bit of information on the wheel. It's kind of pulling me and pushing me. Oh, am I going to lose my 6th place? I am, aren't I? I've got 7th place coming up. So... No, hold on. There's a car number. What are they? Is that car number? Yes. Okay, so car number on the track map. Oh, we're going to have a bit of a fight now. It should be fun. There's a bit of a fight. I've changed the draw distance to quite low on the rear camera so that we don't get too many frame skips. 110 frames around the stadium section of Hockenheim. 115 frames. And again, I've got a 2080 Ti. Everything's on Epic. But my rear settings are quite low. Where'd that car go? I don't think he made it around the turn, unfortunately. Never mind. Oh, I can see my feet. That's interesting. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but at the bottom of the screen you can see not my feet, the feet in-game on the pedals. Which, I don't remember seeing animated pedals for any game, really, do you? I don't think of a game where you get animated feet on the pedals. I don't know if they can do that for everyone, and when you have a clutch, are they going to do that? Interesting. Anyway, sorry, I was just letting it go past now, it's a bit slow. Let's try and get some sounds of cars near us. Let's see how that sounds. You want to see a podium? Yeah. Not much chance. Sorry, buddy. Too much writing for the penalty point, says Raresh. Yeah, I mean, I can imagine it's quite hard knowing where to put all the UI and information because obviously in sim racing, there's so much sim racing, right? Sorry, there's so much information. Get your words out, Jeff. So, finding a way to get all that info out without making it too cluttered is probably a massive design challenge. Two minutes 48 and we're chasing down Josu Rodriguez. I'm having to look at the top right instead of the bottom, sorry, the top left instead of the bottom left for the relative, which is interesting. Again, you can move it around. I'm sure most people will just move that relative information to the bottom left. But again, if you're a streamer, up to you now, isn't it? Which is quite cool. Okay, I'm definitely fighting this car a lot. I mean, we're in the dry here, bearing in mind. So the track, look, you can see he's fighting his car as well. You can definitely fight it quite a lot, which you don't really get to do in ACC, do you? There's not a lot of play in ACC. You're kind of on the limit, or you're probably sliding off, going to a halt. Feel 14 out of 15. I'm going to get a penalty soon. I guess you guys want to see what happens when you get a penalty, I'm guessing. Oh, buddy. Couldn't quite hack it. It's tough out here in Rennsport. Okay. Time for one more lap after this. There's that green flag. I think that's cool. I like that. I must admit, I'm not feeling a lot of sensitivity in the pitch from braking at the moment, it feels like. When I release the brakes or I'm on them, or the throttle. Doesn't feel very... no, it just says penalty chili. We'll find out. I'll put... let's go wide here. There you go. Oh, no, that was interesting. Okay, then it's alright. 15 total, 15 will result in receiving a penalty. And now my incident points total is up to 20. Drive-through penalty is pending. Ooh! What do you reckon, gang? Drive-through penalty for exceeding and hitting things? Because if you get hit by a whole bunch of people a whole bunch of times, and there's been some LFM races where I've been hit 5 or 6 times. That's probably the leader or someone. There we go. There's a little tap there. Didn't do much to the car. Didn't tell us much. So can I serve a drive-through? It's a pit open. I wish I knew where the pit was in Hockenheim. It's probably up here somewhere, isn't it? Because we're near the end of the lap. Is the pit open? There's 20 seconds left. Where's the pit? Oh, there's like 2 rear entries. There's not there. We are coming. There we go. Right, what have we got? Right, I do have a pit limiter. There we go. There's the pit limiter. Distance to pit lane. Ooh, that's interesting. So here's a pit limiter, and there's a distance to pit limiter. Interesting. That's handy, I guess. And then we're going to drive through. So there is full course yellow. There is a button for it. Rarish. Is it looser? Do you know, I wasn't checking the tyre pressures compared to when I cooked it. Sorry. Sorry. You say F50, but if a car contact, did it say how much there was for contact earlier? I didn't look. Sorry. If that's 4 and you get hit 4 times from behind, you're going to be getting a penalty. Captain, good evening. Hope you're enjoying our first ever world exclusive showing of Rennsport on the channel. First time ever. This will be the final lap of our first ever online race. Shame it's at Hockenheim because I haven't got a clue where I'm going. Hey. Ooh, that was interesting. I'm not sure why that happened. I felt like I was going quite slow and controlled. Which will tell you a lot about my driving skills, I'm sure. Getting there before Chili does. Yeah, I felt quite slow and controlled, and yet... Alright, look, you can see we've got a radar. It gets red. Oh, Jeff, you've got to look at other things as well. So the radar goes red. Still doing on Saturday. Oh, you lucky man. Are you doing Saturday or more days? Are you staying over? I don't want to assume anything. Some people just go for one day, I know, so... Especially how much it costs. Having another car around me, how does it look? The contact shadows aren't too bad. It doesn't look like it's floating. The engine noises are okay, but I feel like they could be from the other car coming past. I can just about hear it in the distance. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, going up through the revs. And this is it, the last turn. Oh! So, the spin is catchable at the moment, right? Those spins are quite catchable, I guess. Although, that low-speed one just... Yeah. But you see that in real life, don't you? Those low-speed spins just seem to catch drivers out. Whereas the high-speed power slide, a bit easier. Right. Okay. There we go. Just Saturday too expensive. Exactly what I was thinking, buddy. Well, I hope you enjoy it, that's for sure. Oh, man, I'd love to see something at Silverstone. That'd be a vibe. Silverstone is my fave. Right. Now, maybe we'll end up racing at Silverstone on Thursday. Who knows? Maybe I'll just ditch Spa. You don't know all the races with us if I do Silverstone. I'll pick it. Right. So that was interesting. I guess I'll leave now. There's not a lot of info or things going on. There's not a lot of UI. It isn't affecting my safety rating or racing rating. Right. Definitely Fipsy. Let me try the Audi. A track I don't like. I'd like to get all of your opinion on the graphics for Nürburgring, because there's a few stands around, a few bits of countryside. See what you think. Are you ready to get on track soon? After this, we're going to get Alicia's debut at Monza. Should be funny. Right. Must admit, it's not feeling like there's a lot of bass in the sound at the moment. I don't know if it's just my headset. A bit better. Not very deep sound. Okay, look, I do like those lighting effects. I feel like they're quite different to ACC. Okay. But yeah, the engine isn't sounding very, you know, serious. It doesn't feel like I'm driving a very powerful, strong car in that way, I would say. Yeah, what do you think of the graphics and how it looks? With the sound, yeah, it doesn't feel very deep, I would say, at the moment. And yeah, the wheel is generally quite light. I think I might increase the force feedback. Have a look, everyone. Is my wheel clipping a lot? It's getting to about 60, isn't it? Is it clipping? Is the force feedback reaching maximum? Yeah, it's getting close, but... Oh, which layout have we got? Oh, they gave us the sharp chicane. Okay, thank you, that'd be interesting. And will we be seeing the Nordschleife? Will we be going down there? Interesting. Tiny bit sometimes. The wheel does feel light, and the middle has play, I feel like, compared to ACC, I'm sure. Alright. Yeah, there's very little fight in the wheel, I would say. That's one thing I like about ACC. It does make it feel more alive to me that the wheel is definitely fighting with a lot more force. Now the braking, again, I don't feel like there's a lot of sensitivity in the pitch of the car when I'm releasing the brake. I mean, I'm trying to release the brake gently every time. Might be a consequence of me sim racing for the last 4 months. In a really fast turn, again, the wheel doesn't really have any weight to it, I would say. Very light, which would make this a lot easier for, I guess, new people or endurance racing. So maybe Alicia's going to be quite a fan of how this feels compared to ACC. But look, as a sim, it looks, I mean, possibly the best looking sim out there, which you would kind of expect, even in this early stage of development. Oh, I've got to go back here, haven't I? That is different, that one. But it's just, okay, what about on the limit? Let's do that now. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's change a few settings. See what we can do. Right, so option, control, and let's have a look, shall we? Force feedback. It's on 60 wheel torque. Minimum force 0. Should we put that on 5? And should we put this on 80? Let's do that. Okay, so minimum 5. And then force has gone from 60 to 80. Let's see how that feels. I'm getting a bit more rumble through the wheel constantly now. Interesting. Let's go. Yeah, it feels a bit tougher in the turn now. Still quite. All right, chill. It's still quite light, I would say. It's starting to pull a bit more in the turns now, which is good. I like that. I mean, again, everyone has their own preferences for what they want to feel. I definitely want the wheel to feel heavier myself. I like it when the wheel's a bit heavy and you've got to pull it through the turns, drag it around a bit. Right now, interesting. What am I getting now? I'm getting more information, I think. And it's a bit more snappy. Doesn't feel a lot heavier. Interesting. Oh, got a bit slow through there. Let's go faster, shall we, Jeff? Come on. There is like, when you let go of the brake, you can feel the wheel go light and then heavy again, which is maybe more detailed than ACC, I think. I'm getting lots of little vibrations and little jolts there are quite fun. The force feedback doesn't seem to be doing much more. I wonder if I should just turn up 100 really at the moment. You can see it is hitting the top, but it's not really staying there. Staying there, sorry. There are definitely more grainy, notchy feels to the feedback on this compared to ACC, I would say, and AC. They're obviously trying to put a little road effect in and trying to work out how to replicate that. Oh, that was another bound. But yeah, it's again, I'd like that online race to have been a track that I could actually just drive outside. I'd have been vaguely competitive, but I was going around with people. What can I say? Yeah, does it grab me? Kind of weird. That kind of as Simon Cowell would say, the X Factor. Oh, there's some weird feelings in the wheel there, going heavy and then light. You know what? I feel like oh boy, that was interesting. Weird feeling there. I feel like I would take this over iRacing any day. And maybe it's a much more serious offering than AMS2. Let's give it a bit more welly. Let's give it a bit more, shall we? Come on. So, yeah, I think if they do LMDH right, and things like that, multi-class with GT racing, big ranked servers, maybe competitions and so on that they'll be hosting as it builds up. They'll start offering money, won't they, on their own servers? Win a competition with us and you'll win loads, probably. Who knows? Lots of potential, isn't there? But how will they realise it? Well, right now it looks very pretty. And it's the force feedback's quite good, you know. It does get heavier in the wheel when you go really slow and hard. So that's, I don't want to make any euphemisms. When you're really slow corners and there's a lot of turning going on, then yeah, although it kind of goes light there, I don't get it. And at times when it feels light, maybe under the throttle it feels light. I don't know. And I guess different cars will feel differently. Right, I think we're building up now to the moment you've all been waiting for, which is seeing Alicia at Monza. Should only do a few laps. It's going to be our first ever time on stream properly. Should be quite fun. And it's playing Rennsport, unfortunately for her. Although maybe we can convince her to try and do her ACC lap record after at Monza. What do you reckon, gang? So if you convince her. I'm not driving properly here at all. Right. There's the thing, Fipsy. And then they, you know, then they talk about 24-hour Nord. Well, sorry. Then they talk about Nordschleife being, you know, now a potential for the game. That with day and night cycles and weather. What else do you need? You know, imagine how many communities are going to host 24-hour Nordschleife races on ACC. It'll be every week. There'll be one doing it. We'll be doing races on there, all sorts. If GT2 is really good and ACC gets a hold of that properly, that could be a bit of variety, but okay. So I'm going to get Alicia to do a few laps and then I'll just probably jump in for one last go at Spa and another car. Hi Alicia, you ready for a few laps? She shook her head. This is going to be hilarious. Nobody laugh. Do you want gloves? No, you want your little pretty nails out probably, don't you? Fair enough. Okay. Let's get a few things sorted out. So, first of all, so Raresh, you say that, but actually, if you get into a good community or two and they have lots of good events, you could. Oh, hello, failed to refresh token. Interesting. Don't think there's any problems. We're all going to be nice to Alicia, aren't we? Because it's her third time streaming, and it's all new cars for her. We'll put her in the Mercedes. There you go. Pipsy, it's been announced the other day they're putting it in next year. Everyone's gone mental. Everyone's gone completely crazy, including Jardier, bless him. That's all everyone's ever wanted, isn't it? Nordschleife on ACC. And now they're putting it in next year's calendar. So, you know. Hold on. What's a work in process? What is? Hold on. The PC build is being edited. You don't be mean, chat. I tell you, it's going to be a cracker. Yeah, no, it would. For sure. But this is the point. This is why you need a subscription model for your game. Right. Without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Alicia, come and say hi, everyone. Let me try and do the settings. Right. Hold on. You'll probably need to wing your chair forward a bit. Here's the booster seat for our vertically challenged friend. Okay.
I'm too short.
Right, microphone.
Not pretty.
No.
Ooh. How do I do this?
Yeah, you're good. Do it wherever you want.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Am I too short for the screen?
Oh, you're breaking stuff now.
Hi, skydiver. Oh, okay. Ready for some crashing here and there? Hi, JH. Hi, Yoda.
Right? Say hello to everyone.
Hi, Potato.
I don't know if you can be bothered to learn the Nordfipsy. Oh, download AC, mate. We'll do a cruise.
Chilly. Chilly, I don't know whether that's true. We'll see. Maybe I'll discover my talent here from today onwards. Potato, you know my gaming, well, I say gaming, just Apex gaming name is Potato Noodles. So people call me Potato. So whenever Jeff calls you Potato, I'll be like, me? Potato? Is it me?
Exactly, JH. It wasn't cheap either. Okay. Would you like to try a lap of Monza? Alicia, tell everyone about your experience of ACC and your lap time record, maybe?
I don't remember.
156?
Oh, 1 minute 56.
On ACC at Monza?
On ACC at Monza. Probably. Very slow.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Let's change the sound.
Let's go.
Yep, working. You can tell everybody. Yeah, don't hit that.
Sorry. Okay, what's next?
You ready?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to be ready.
Okay, let's do it.
It's going to crash.
Where's the map? There it is. Go on track. Oh, and you have to push race when you're racing.
Why? Oh, for that. Right. I'm pressing race.
There you go. Oh, feet.
Proper. Oh, my feet. Oh, hello. Oh, this is weird. Don't screenshot my pic. If you do, please tag me and I'll get some
Money.
additional side income. What do I do now?
The gears now have done format.
All done?
Yeah, just gears. I changed it to weird.
Okay. Oh, this is so low.
It is, isn't it? I don't know if we see if we can change it. Hold on. Hold on.
How do hold on?
Oh, pushing on key. Hold on. Can we change the view setting?
I don't think your audience wants to watch.
Display. Oh no. I don't know how to change the view settings actually. No. Continue, come.
Why did you do that? Now I don't know what to do.
Oh no, reverse it. Oh no, the panic. Yeah, there. Right. So tell everyone how it looks to you compared to ACC.
Beautiful as rarish net.
You've done a lot of ACC on Mongo, well, done a little bit. Can you hear me?
Sorry?
Can you hear me?
Not really.
Let me change that.
There's blue sky and there's cloud, which ACC doesn't have, I think. That was a dead. Sorry. How do you speak while drive? That's not possible. I can't see what gear I'm at, which is really annoying. It's too low. Stop giving me penalty. I'm new to the game, okay? don't know if it's my headset or the game sound is shit. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I forgot Jeff's first rule. No swearing. And I swore. In your audience,
Say hello to my brother's son.
Say hello to your brother.
His son Harry. He watches it. He's 10 years old, I think, so he watches it.
Hi, Harry. Oh, that's why I know sorry. Sorry. I can't multitask. I can hear my own voice.
Can you?
Now I break too early. Better be early than sorry. Right?
Well, the chat's saying.
I don't know, I can't keep up with the chat. I don't know how you do it. If I look up, I'm gonna say bye-bye to this car.
Okay, your lap record on HCC is 156.
Stop saying my lap record. That's not happening. That's your problem. Jeff is trying to make me crash, and I'm just trying to. Ayo, Mario. Oh, the chat's gone.
Yeah, I saw that.
Jeff doesn't want me to see what you guys are saying.
How's it feel?
Funny. The blue sky made me happy. Why did I prick so? It feels less deadly than ACC. When I grab ACC wheel, I feel like my whole life is being thrown out and I'm about to die if I hit a curbs or something. Ah! This is what happened if I talk. This is what happened if I talk. Not everyone can be a streamer.
Right, hold on, should we get the chat back? Stop.
Microphone echoed.
I sorted it.
You sorted it. Okay. I cannot see. Speaking and driving is only for... Yes, that is very true. I already don't know what I'm doing.
Can you stop? Stop. Stop.
Stop. Yes.
Stop.
Stop.
Yes. She said driving along. Yeah, you can. Right.
I've been told to stop.
Yeah, this.
Oh, someone like my socks. Who said socks? I saw socks.
Oh, someone likes the socks. Skydiver. Skydiver.
Oh, thank you, skydiver.
You can drive. Go on, continue.
Oh. Why did you ask me to stop?
You can see this.
Oh. Oh crap. valid lap. I haven't.
Ready? No.
I don't think I have.
Right, go on, fast one.
Just one valid lap, and then I'm off. Very slow, but you know, I got through it. Chat's gone again. Oh, why did I hurt so late? What? No.
Cheat. You do it.
Where's he gone?
I know.
Oh, that was too early. Actually, it was.
Right.
I don't know how to do this. Oops. I'm on the wrong way.
You're facing the wrong way. Look away for 1 second, you're facing the wrong way.
Huh?
I turn around for 1 second and you're spun.
Yes, that's true.
Do you think it's easier to spin in this game?
I don't know.
No?
Sorry, I scratched the microphone.
Hold on. Me.
I haven't done one valid lap. Just the one valid lap. This is how my driving is. Irish, I don't even have a driving license. I can't drive. So imagine being in the car that I'm driving. Jeff shaking his head. It's probably never gonna happen.
Really big cushion. Right, you do a valid lap.
I can't do a valid lap. So much distraction. You know? I like it. Okay, I'm being serious. I don't know why I lifted. That would do. That's not necessary. Oh, almost.
Oh, close.
No, no, no. Good. That was a good one as well. Did you see my car flying upside down? That was, I promise, that was not intended.
Oh, I didn't know.
Wait, which way is right? Jeff is in the man. Oh, well, that might be get people know. Wait, where am I? Okay, let's go back the right way. Please give me the right way. Wait. Am I right?
You're on the track.
Oh, another wrong?
You're on the track.
I know.
Left.
Wait, this is the wrong way.
I thought so, but it said wrong way a minute ago.
Yeah. Maybe it's time for me to give feedback rather than watching me try.
You do it. Come on, one lap.
What? God, get one lap there.
Focus.
I accelerated in the middle of the turn. I don't know, Rarish. It's coming, okay? It's gonna be this lap. My car's not gonna fly upside down. Everything will be fine. It's not gonna be this lap. Next. Oh God. How do people do this? Why is it so hard? Oh, you know what? What would be a good one? Is to swap it to ACC and see if I can get a valid lap straight away. That will tell you something.
Really?
Blaming the game now.
It looks beautiful.
Okay, this is the one. Irish, this is the one. Weird! That is not the one.
Big
It's the
teacher. You said it. You better deliver.
What did I say?
ACC.
Oh. Hopefully.
So, Alicia, can you give everyone your opinion, please?
I think it's very... Oh, hello. But can they hear me? I think it's very pretty. There's blue sky, white cloud, very pretty. I think I mentioned it while I was driving and then I crashed. What did I say? It didn't feel so... Like I have to hold on to the wheel like the most valuable thing in my life. In ACC, I have to grip it so hard because every bounce, I'll be like, it just gives me a lot of what's the right word? Feedback.
Too much? Or what?
To me, it's too much because I don't drive, so I feel like to me it's too much on ACC because of the. But also, isn't something we can tune like the feedback?
You can. You can.
Yeah.
Really?
Anyway, on Jeff's one, feels like it was a lot of feedback for ACC.
Should we give you the same car? You just driven it. How about that?
ACC is intense. Yes, Yoda, that is the word as well. It was intense.
Pandas.
Well, no. Panda's cute. Yeah, go for it. ACC is more intense, and I have to be super focused. This just now, that one feels smooth.
Easy.
Like, yeah, like kind of playing arcade, sort of driving, like cruising around corners and stuff. Like when I hit the curb, I didn't feel like the wheel is gonna like leave my hands and, you know, spin, and I have to grip it so hard to make sure I don't lose it. But ACC will. What else is there? I can't judge on the game sound because I feel like it's my headset's problem or your setting problem. It feels.
What? No, everything was right. What's wrong?
Really?
Well, what's wrong?
It was like muffy. We'll try an ACC.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, again, you can change a few things, but nothing really. That was the sound. Right, go on. You got your buttons.
Go, go, go.
Oh, this is clearer. Anyway.
What, the audio?
Yeah.
Okay, and what about the engine sound?
Which one is first? Left or right?
Left and then right, yeah.
Oh, it's about the same.
Right.
I think it's my headset. Hit limiter. First gear. Oh. What happened? Simcade ears.
Oh, clutch, please.
What is that? Oh, crap.
Yeah, hold the engine
Hit the engine.
button and the clutch. There you go. And then accelerator and the clutch.
See, this is
Did it again.
this is how you know I don't have my driving license.
And then loads of clutch, loads of throttle, slowly off the clutch. Right.
I need help with this.
This is the same car. Same car.
This is the same car. I'm repeating what Jeff told me. I think he wants me to deliver that to you guys, and I don't know what's happening, and I'm gripping my wheel like a... Okay. My dear life. I'm gonna lose like few life expectancy in this game, man. What happened? Did I just accelerate it while I was turning? I probably did. Can you return to the pit, please? I promise I will do a valid. Maybe it's the car, you know.
Yeah. But use full clutch, full throttle.
Full clutch, full throttle.
Gently. Go.
I'm gonna pause my manual for sure.
Three.
That's not happening. Let's just go through that. I'm too late. Actually, what? I can't drive anymore. I can't drive anymore. Okay, I can. You'll be a role model for kids. You need to finish what you promise. I promise a valid lap. There will be a valid. You might just need to watch until midnight. Am I drifting like a muppet? I don't know why. It's getting worse. Everyone is getting worse.
Crazy, crazy. Oh, Sydney says no. There's no soul. Kinda.
No soul. What's the soul?
Well, does ACC have a soul? It does, doesn't it? It scares you.
What's the soul?
You know the soul.
It's deep questions in life.
Did Dave the Diver have a soul?
What is the soul?
Dave the Diver? That game.
I don't know. What is soul? What's the meaning of soul? How did ACC give you soul, Sydney?
This is ASMR session.
It is ASMR session. You're right, Sydney. You could be brave. That's why I'm here. Because I don't like this game. Well, I don't know either of the game. I can't say I like neither of the game. I've just been crashing a lot.
Green line, give it all you got.
Don't worry about that.
I promise. I can't promise. I take back my promise. I plunge you first turn. I don't know what setup I have. I'm gonna do safe driving. Very safe. Thinking there's baby on board. Every turn very slow. We'll get a valid lap. Oh. Speak too soon. Safe driving, very slow, we're gonna get a valid lap. Oh, good. Let's see. Oh, I was lucky. I was almost...
We did it, Murray.
I'm keeping my promise. One ballot left, so they can stop watching me. Very soon. Why is my name D. Rigon? Very slow.
Very slow.
We're not looking for
Now do a proper
time. We're looking for a ballot lap.
Now do a proper lap.
Did I promise anything about time? Oh, I promised a ballot lap. There you go, a ballot lap. Happy days. I don't like to break promises. I got it. That was a very slow one. What am I doing? Thank you, JH. The humble casually going. Yeah, I was driving like thinking there's a baby on board. So as long as I don't crash, the baby will be safe. Oh, that was too much talking, Mr. Marker. See, if I don't have the marker, I can't do anything. And the Rennsport, they don't have this marker. And it makes me... Actually, I don't even know what I'm doing this turn. What do you do with this turn? Jeff gave me approval not while I'm a second down. You think I can make up that second?
Yeah. Fast 3.
Was I that slow in the freaking turn just now? How could that become a second and now I'm invalid? It's fine, we set one validation. Wow.
The brake at 150, yeah? You got it a bit further.
This one?
Yeah, 150, 140.
Yeah, I know. Do I have double chin when I do the turn? Be honest. Hi, Niman. This is... Jeff is out. I picked him up. It's me streaming now. Why is it always this turn?
Drop.
Yeah. This one is 100.
Some more. The last one is 130.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest.
Under 2 minutes. When people are doing 1 minute 54, I know. or 1 minute what? 47? Who was that? Who was I watching? Is it Jadi? 1 minute 47. No, I'm borrowed. I'm dead.
Keep forgetting.
Yeah, I forgot to say. I was thinking about Jadi. I was thinking about his cute accent. Famous for push, 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 push. I'm sweating. I have enough. Is there any more requests? If not, I'll go shower. I'll get Jeff back. One more lap. Slow. Oops. I don't know hand gesture. I lost time. What are you telling me to do with your hand gesture? I'm taking time again. You keep doing this. Somebody decode for me. That was not good. Oh, smash it. I'm done. Yay! I gave you my validated lap. No, I gave 3 validated laps.
You could have gone a lot faster. You were building up.
Yeah.
But you want to stop now, don't you?
Yes. I'm sway. Do you want me to talk about the difference? I think I got used to the ACC grip a bit more. The feedback, the feedback. I don't know what term that is. Like the bouncy, the wheels spinning and stuff like that. I got used to that, but it doesn't mean that I like it. Like because that was what I've been introduced first. So I got used to that. And then the Rennsport feels a bit more smooth, which means I also slip through a little bit more, I think. I can't judge. You guys saw it. I don't know what I was doing. So, yeah. That's my... But I saw a comment from, is it from Rarish? The ACC has a lot of push. Is that your comment? I don't know. The Rennsports feel more open and pretty, and feels like there's a lot of things on the side, like something's covering the sky, whereas ACC has a lot of things covering on the sky. So visually, if it's about the scenery, maybe the Rennsports I prefer.
The lighting is nice on Rennsport.
Yeah,
I think it's things you don't notice that you perceive.
Yeah.
So I think the lighting is more natural and more
like
bright.
ACC, like the Rennsport is more easily acceptable for a beginner. I feel like ACC is just like, now you're enclosed. There's trees that you're gonna crash, and then it's gonna give you like a lot of feedback, and you're gonna bounce off the curves, and that's more intense. My opinion. Do not take it. It's not official, and it's not.
You're not whispering.
I'm not whispering.
Okay.
Okay, bye. Nice to see you all. I'm waking up.
Thank you very much. Okay, yeah, totally. Good evening, everyone. Hello, let's get the camera back up to human height, shall we? Everyone, I hope you enjoyed having Alicia in the seat there. That was cool, wasn't it? A bit different. These pedals are a bit far away, I think. There you go, that's probably enough. Yeah, that was Alicia in the seat for it. Probably longer than we anticipated, but she also got a bit, she loves her ACC, clearly. And I'm going to do a few more laps of Rennsport now, so let's load that back up. You did come for Rennsport, let's face it. You really don't need to see me doing a lap of ACC. You get that most of the time. So let's quit that and let's drop in. Thank you very much, Jay. That's very kind of you. She's a very lovely lady indeed. Maybe I'll just, we'll get her streaming her Apex Legends. Right, let's load up some more Rennsport then. Where are we? Oop. Launch it. Am I going to have to log in again? Yes. Okay. I should probably just keep my logged in thing, actually. That would probably make more sense, to be honest. I can probably remember what it is if I bothered, but for now, let's just use the app. Scan again. Bosh, you're in. Right. So let's go. Quick session. Let's do Monza in... Have we tried all the cars now? I tried the BMW, the Porsche. Alicia tried the Mercedes, and I tried the Audi shortly, didn't I? I want to try the Mercedes. No, you guys saw that, didn't you? Yeah, I'm going to try the Mercedes. Let's do it. Wish me luck, gang. I'm going to try it on Alicia's headphone, which should be interesting. Yeah, Alicia and an Enduro would be hilarious. Well, look, she's got her own PC, and with the Pass It On project, we are getting spare wheels and bits and bobs. She could easily join us. It'd be quite funny. Anyway, let's go, shall we? Let's try and do a fairly warm lap of Monza and see what happens. These headphones are probably much better audio than my little ones, so it'll be interesting what it sounds like now. Let's change that to race. So we're back in Rennsport. What to tell you? Well, we have a pit limiter button. There we go. There's not a lot of UI at the moment. There's not a lot of things happening on screen to tell us what's going on. They will probably add more and more stuff. I say, you never know. A lot of transmission whine in this game, isn't there? Yes, hello, Tony, walking around my pedals as I'm trying to drive. Clever buddy. You can see a cat here, look, there you go. Little cat in the fluff at the bottom. Right, see, it's weird. The other car, I felt really high up. In this one, I feel very low down. You can see the mountain in the background. Beautiful. It's interesting the different fidelity of different games. Obviously, Forza Motorsport is coming out in October, is it? Which I'm very excited about because that will have its own look. Probably be quite polished, to be honest. A bit like Gran Turismo 7 in a way. Anyway, let's try and go a bit fast. Sound is not bad. I don't want to say it's bad. I'm not sure how good it is. Okay, managed to brake quite early there. Let's try and go fast. A bit harsh, Irish, but it makes sense. Right, okay, let's go. Let's try and get some speed up in this Rennsport, shall we? Penalty. It's interesting, the car has a different dynamic, and like I said, I do feel a lot more low down in this car compared to the BMW and the Porsche. I feel quite low down. Let's see. Let's see if we can actually get a half decent lap together. Again, I don't know what the tyre pressures are like really, or anything else. Car setups you can't touch, I don't think. Unless I missed it. Okay, let's try and do a warm lap. Not a super duper, let's just keep it simple. Okay, I broke too early there, okay. There were actually 24-minute races at Spa on this game on Saturday, and I wanted to take part, but I didn't have time, I was quite busy. That would have been interesting. Just a race on a track that I know, because obviously Hockenheim I was a bit useless earlier. Oh, you see? I wasn't sure if I was off there, but yep, I was off. Do you know what? I've got to be honest. Like, going around Monza here and pushing the car around, I would say it feels pretty good. I'm getting plenty of jolts in the wheel left and right. It does feel heavy enough. The graphics are great. I can see what Sydney's saying about the lack of soul. Maybe there's a slight lack of identity in a way, but I think the fact that it... Ooh, wow, that was a swapper. There goes my lap. I think the fact that it looks so good... Oh, no, it didn't want that. It did not like that, and now my tyres are quite warm. Go back out again, shall we? Right. Maybe we're not going to get a good lap in a hurry. My PC is 4 out of 12. About average, I guess. I could bump out one. Only wandering around my stuff. What's he doing? Oh. Annoying. Right, that's a good way to just have a bad start of a lap. There you go, right. Again, let's try and do a half decent lap and see what kind of times I can produce right now on Rennsport at Monza in a GT3. My best times on ACC at the moment, I think were, was it a low 48? I think was it, or was it a high? Was it a low 49? I remember. I think it might have been, I'm not sure. Around that, you get the idea. Yeah, the wheel does feel quite chunky there. It's quite good. I do feel like I would have a lot to learn. I mean, to be fair, going between sims, you should probably spend a bit of time acclimatising anyway, right? Which I dare say I've not particularly done. I've just jumped into this after not being in the rig for a few days. But let's actually try and catch the turn properly this time. There we go. Better. okay, getting hang of it. Do you know what? I feel like this with LMDH and a big track doing multi-class events. Again, they need for me, you have to have day-night and you have to have weather for endurance to be relevant. Oh, it's just pointless. That was out of bounds. Ooh, ACC feel they can go very wide at the end of the Scari. Predicted 52.5, not exactly hot. I'm getting quite a lot of information as I hit the inside of that apex there. Not bad, you know. And again, this is only going to improve, right? I'm pretty sure. Only going to get better and better. Seems like you change up to 6th gear a lot earlier than you do on ACC. Oh, interesting on the first gear there. Yeah, I know, JH. There's another unclean lap. I say it's harder than it looks. I think this could work, you know. The graphics are infinitely better than iRacing for me. The sound is pretty good. Again, I would put it better than iRacing. The fact that you can catch a slide a bit better than iRacing. I think this game has some interesting potential. I do feel like it's a long way away from its best, like so far. No less than ACC was. But now that I'm playing it and giving it some time. I know. I feel bad now, right? What are you guys thinking of the viewing experience at the moment? How does it look on stream? How does it sound? Is it interesting to watch? Just to look at? I'm trying to do a fast... There you go! Ka-ching. How about that, right? You are... And as always, buddy... Oh, am I stuck? I think I'm stuck. That's interesting. I had the beta. I put 20 minutes to reach 15 in the menu. J-Got, look. That bit in the oven bit, I kind of agree. Obviously, Wu-Tang's for the children. I kind of agree. That's why the esports bit I find confusing, and I wonder how that's affecting things negatively. Like, are they feeling pressured to do stuff because of it, like release a, you know? I've been found out, Alicia. So I do feel like it needs some time, but I dare say it's got a lot going for it. It seems to have a lot of money behind it, which is helpful. But then there's the other fear of, like, if ACC just has almost everything, like, do we really need to rock the boat that much? I don't know. Speaking of rocking the boat, I am stuck. Look at that. That's me stuck. Stuck on a tyre barrier at Rennsport on the exit of Ascari. And, yeah, jiggling away. There's all your graphics. Yeah, this is the thing, Jacob. Unfortunately, I tend to compare everything to ATC and then come up a little bit short. Yeah, no, Jacob, I know there's a million things it could be doing a bit better, for sure. I did a few laps the other day and I was a bit disappointed. Tonight, driving it, I've changed a few settings on the feedback and it doesn't feel bad, you know. Like, those laps I was just doing now at Monza, I was happily enjoying it. Let's do a few more. I don't know if I should do Spa. A bit more interesting. Let's do Spa. Bar on the BMW. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of things that could be going for it, like the modding scene and the rating and online system. But yeah, it just needs a bit of time, right? But that's not... That's the other problem Jay got. Nords with rain and day-night. I mean, what else do you need? There'll be so many 24-hour races on the Nord, it'll be hilarious. Every weekend there'll be a new one. People just do that, just racing the Nords on ACC, it'll be their life. I don't know, like... Let's go. Did I go to pit marker? I feel like I might have passed it. Yo, Mikey! How are you doing, sir? You're catching the last few minutes of the stream. I'm just going to do a few laps of Spa. And, yeah, it's, Ooh. That was tricky. Not sure what I did wrong there. Interesting. Onwards and upwards. The sound isn't bad, you know. It's got a bit of weird noise to it, a bit of something. The transmission noise is fairly insane. Right, let's put in some of our enduro knowledge, isn't it, Ramesh? All the laps we did together. Let's do it. There's a little motorbike exit on the left, they've got in now there. That's Speaker's Corner they're calling it, aren't they? I wonder with these kind of lighting effects what it would look like at night time, with those flashing flags as well. Mikey, M4 sounds better in Red Bull. Interesting, Sydney, there's a soul. Oh, Raris, put up a Google, it tells you all, they're not hard. I was learning these ones the other day. This is Paul Frere, isn't it? Paul Frere. I think they'll be getting a lot of feedback, Jago, that's for sure. Of course they're going to improve it. Do you remember how bad ACC was when it first came out, Jago? I don't know if you remember. Different beast. Anyway, Mikey, first impressions of the graphics and look. Ooh, a bit deep there, not ideal. Let's come back. ACC was perfect. Yeah, okay, fair enough, Jago. You might be right. Right, let's do a lap of Spa, shall we? Current lap and next lap penalty. Ugh. Really? Oh dear. Outside the track bounds there, they didn't like that, did they? No, look, we have the updated Spa here, so look. Gravel and no stand, just sand. And then down here we have the Nuo Rouge. So no house, we have a big stand, and it's all been remodelled here, look. I'll tell you what, Rouge ain't easy in this game. This is the thing, it is a beta. I've never played a game in beta before, sim game. So, all right, says Mike. Fair enough. Not particularly blown away. I do like the lighting. The lighting is quite bright. It feels a bit more natural compared to this. ACC feels a little bit dull in a way. I think you can actually change the ACC colours, can't you, in game? But this feels a bit brighter, a bit lighter. And the light and sunlight feels a bit more natural at the moment. A little bit. Just my thoughts. As for driving dynamics, I mean, I'm struggling a bit with some of the turns, which I obviously need to improve on. Let's really give it some. lot less available curve there than ACC. Interesting. On ACC, they show a lot of extra green, which I think is in real life, isn't it? There's a lot of green curtain there. The car's so far wide of the track there, unreal. Well, let's try and nail Blanchimont. Yeah, pretty casual. I'm going to try and do a half normal lap, shall we? Well, to spin up Eau Rouge. Not really any decent lap time yet. A bit early on the brake maybe, it's hard to tell. Car has a bit of a weird dynamic at slow speed. I would say. It's a bit weird at slow speed. Ah! Okay, you've got to be really careful with Eau Rouge. I see you, big swap there, huge. I'm starting to like this, I'd say. As long as I can get into not spinning it, but I would need quite a few hours of getting used to it. But if this had really high graphic, weather, day-night, rating, multi-classes, tracks that AC doesn't, who knows what the future might hold for Rennsport. Has anyone got any questions about the sim while we're all still here that I can try and answer? Anything anyone wants to know? Didn't go so well. Oh, that's a shame. We've done a nice lap. That's annoying. I'm looking forward to doing a lap there. I think I'm going to do one more lap and then we're going to call it there. I'm not sure how it's going to work for liveries. But it will definitely be a thing. I have no idea how they're going to implement it. For sure. I know it's going to be a big thing. I think, I can't remember what I saw them saying about it and marketplace. Oh my god. You've got to really come across there, that's a nightmare. Sorry gang, no valid lap, I did try. Yeah, I do remember seeing something about couples. I think it might be attached to your profile and your garage and all that kind of stuff. I wouldn't be surprised to start monetising stuff for Arish. Again, I think the tyres are a bit hot unfortunately at the moment and that seems to be affecting the performance a little bit. Definitely a bit slippery again, lost grip. Ooh, no grip. Very understeery there it felt. My tyre pressures are quite high. Interesting. I'll tell you what's interesting. So, it's in the bottom left is all you're getting at the moment. And in terms of tyre wear, we didn't get that in ACC for a long time, I think. The actual tyre configuration, if I remember. That was a fairly recent one. There you go. Right, now, one thing that's quite an interesting thing to note is the one more lap factor. And I must admit, I fancy one more lap. What does that tell you? Well, actually, yeah, valid one. Right, that. See it all now. How short some of the curves are? Yeah, I mean, they're not. What do you mean wide, by the way, Raris? Or narrow, as opposed to. Oh, penalty. Cool, and I'm starting to overheat a little bit as I push myself there some. Okay, last lap fuel, lap prediction. Yeah, pretty standard. Have I got. I've got. I can change the dash. There you go. Which is quite interesting. Tire pressure. And that's about it, really, to be fair. Yeah. Tire pressure being at the top or the bottom. I'll put it at the top, thanks. Cool. Yeah, they are quite narrow. The track feels narrow, and I feel quite high in some of it. It's weird. That's just the way different games are modelled, I guess. I don't know. Anyway. That's enough of that. I really enjoyed that, actually. I hope you enjoyed Alicia and I being on, yeah, for sure, Jake, very tight. Which is, well, if you got to go tight, you got to go tighter, innit? That's it, I guess. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. I'd say this sim has a lot of potential. Well, I've got no calculator with frames. Oh well, whatever. I'd say this game's got a lot of potential. I was enjoying driving it there, I think, at the end. Which I can't really say that much about other sims I've driven in. And it is slightly different to ACC. Just those last laps there with Spa, I was really getting into it. With Monza before that, it was alright. With Nürburgring, I was, trying to show you the track, and I was I'm not great there. Yeah, right, Rarish? No more cutting. But just then, with the BMW at Rennsport, that was, it was a good experience. I felt like doing another lap. There's a lot of times with sims where at the end of the lap, I'm like, okay, the lap's done. Whereas there, I was like, okay, let's see if we can push it a bit more. I'm just starting to get the feel for it. And again, I've not perfected the settings on the force feedback probably. And this whole game is going to keep evolving. So, I think being credible is important, right? Because it's not just about having the good graphics and everything. It actually needs to be a credible game. And I think this, if it does it with a safety rating and online and everything else, it could just... I can see people signing up there. I mean, you can only spend a certain time in certain sims. This could end up taking a big chunk of people's time. They get it right with the content. We need a bit of like LMP. You need a bit of prototype, LMDH, something like that. A little bit of front wheel drive. Not much else. And just get some good tracks. Get a solid online system with weather. And this, yeah. Would be a nice addition because I don't really do iRacing. Just don't enjoy it enough. I wouldn't enjoy lapping like I just did there in iRacing. I wouldn't. So, okay. Right. On that note, oh, JH is a bit different. It's quite fun. The short tracks as well. It's a lot of fun. But you know, you don't want to. You're gonna end up doing GT3 mostly, aren't you? Sorry, my voice is going here. You're gonna end up doing GT3 mostly, aren't you? Let's face it. Because you need to kind of focus on one thing or you're not going to be very good. Some people focus on Formula 1, that's fine. A lot of people focus on GT3, I think. In-game teams. Raresh, that sounds a bit complicated, but I'm up for it. We've done team championships before, actually, in our community. So if we can get the community big enough, Raresh, we'll be doing stuff like that eventually. But give it time. It's going to take a bit of time, unfortunately. A little bit of time. Well, look, I really enjoyed that. Thank you everyone for tuning in and for putting up with me and Alicia. Hope she didn't scare you all off. It was quite fun, I thought. You started with a swear word. That was quite genius. She's now washing off all the sweat. She'd done all right Monza, wasn't she? 57, I think she did, or 58.0. PB the 56. She could easily get into 55. She's got a coacher. But we'll leave that. I hope you enjoyed Rennsport. I hope it looked good. I hope it sounded good. I hope I'll give you some idea of how it felt. Some idea. It is hard to say. I do feel like it's a lot heavier in the wheel now, which is quite nice. Maybe it's just the different car models. Oh. But yeah, I'm back on Wednesday night with you guys at Brands Hatch doing community racing. That's you, JH, that's you, Raresh, and everyone else who's watching now, who's still with us. I look forward to seeing you all on Wednesday night at Brands Hatch. We're going to have some fun races. Don't know what we'll do with the weather. Might do some random ones and then one really short, dry one at the end where we just have a little shootout. So we'll see. Should have plenty of time. On that note, everyone, thank you very much. I'll see you on the socials and the Discord, and peace and love till the next time. Bye.
Sorry that I feel that way sometimes. Oh, yeah. You don't really wanna know me. Hanging in the corner with a nose bleed. High on whatever they sold me. That's the old me, yeah. 6 years later trying to find me. Still trying to figure out